Hello everyone, welcome back, and if you're new, welcome. Today we're going to be pretty much going over the whole fucking Doom community thing that's going on with Twitter, for example. It's really sad to see because I honestly, I would never have thought we'd see the day where Doom was getting, like, trashed on, similar to how something like fucking Has Been Hotel gets trashed on, right? It's really sad to see. And, if you've been on Twitter recently, you'll see, like, so much vitriol and hatred and such just, like, going to Dark Ages, and it's, like I said, it's really, like, upsetting to see, because I love Doom, and I just don't like seeing people trash on it. Also, before we get started, I have a quick announcement. I just want to say, I have a new subscriber goal. I want to hit 500 subscribers before Dark Ages DLC comes out. So, a subscription would be very much appreciated. You don't have to, but I'd very much appreciate that. Also, feel free to go follow me on Twitter. Alright, now, let's get started. Now, here we have our first tweet, and so basically he just says that Doom has turned into, like, a bad version of Halo, and that Doom should just be straight up biblical, and that just the Doomslayer should, like, be fighting with Archangel Michael, which is ridiculous, for reasons I'll explain in a minute. Now, Doom was never a religion-based game. It had hell in it, but Doom wasn't about hell, necessarily. It was, but Doom wasn't first and foremost about fighting bad guys. And the bad guys in Doom just so happened to be demons. Now, only up until Doom 2016 did Doom start taking advantage of its setting and started putting a more of an emphasis on hell itself, and actually making hell itself, like, more like hell. Because in the original games, it was just a bad place with the skin of hell. There was no actual, like, story. I mean, there was a story, but it didn't really matter that much. But 2016 was the first game that started to actually emphasize hell. And then Doom Eternal took that even farther with the introduction of the Makers and Heaven and the Angels. Now, the Doomslayer fighting with a religious figure completely kills the point of the Doomslayer. The Doomslayer's whole, like, ideologistic view is that he's supposed to be an anti-theist, similar to Guts, where he does not respect God, he does not respect, like, gods in general, and he does not respect the divine. That is the whole point of the Doomslayer, and that was pretty clearly told in Doom Eternal. His loyalty is towards mortals, like humanity, and towards, like, any alien mortals, such as the Night Sentinels. He sees the divine as, like, tyrants that forcefully rule over his people, as he came from mortality, and he sees gods as, like, tyrants. At least that's what we can infer from his behavior in Doom Eternal. Now, we can't take the guy in the tweet very seriously, because in his bio, it says that he's Christian, and there's nothing wrong with that, of course, but obviously it's just gonna show that he's very biased, and that he wants the, like, Doom games to be very Christian, even if it doesn't make any sense in the context of the Doom universe. Also, he says that Doom is dead, because there's only 30,000 players on Steam. This is bullshit, this is propaganda, this is a straight up lie. Doom is not dead because there's less players on Steam. Most people are playing on Game Pass because Game Pass is cheaper. And people who are not playing, the game just is really, really difficult to run. I've had friends of mine say that they can't run the game and thus can't play it. So that's just that's a straight up lie. We also have plenty of people making some, like, really fuck-ass and really just bad memes about the game. And these are just really just not good. They're just clearly made out of spite and out of hatred. And I don't know why people just want to hate this game so bad. Alas, it's time we talk about Mick Gordon. Now, before the game came out, the Dark Ages Twitter account would occasionally post snippets of the soundtrack. And you should see the comments for these fucking posts. You had people calling the music trash simply because Mick Gordon wasn't the producer. And honestly, it's very clear that they just don't like it because Mick Gordon didn't make it. If it's on the exact same and Mick Gordon made it, they would like it. Now, in this tweet, I make a pretty good point. There's more people on this planet than just Mick Gordon that can make good death metal. Maybe instead of complaining that he's not here, instead compliment the new guys for how well they did. Now, some of these replies to my replies were pretty respectful, but some others were, let's be honest, pretty fucking awful. Like, this is weird to think that this is the Doom community. This is like the Halo community. That's the real tragedy. That, like, we're visually, like, seeing the Doom community devolve into the amazing, the wonderful Doom community devolve into, or has already devolved into, the Halo community. That's really sad to think about. Now, we have to talk about Mick Gordon himself real quick. It is so unfortunate to see how he was treated by Marty Stratton and some of the executives at Bethesda. He did not deserve what happened to him, but I think not playing Dark Ages over that is a little bit silly. He said himself not to boycott the game, and here we have people boycotting the game. And unfortunately, I think his reputation has been ruined for me following this recent controversy, because people, like, it's like people are using his name to slander the new developer, not the new music composers over at Finishing Move, and I cannot imagine the stress and the just sheer like unhappiness over at Finishing Move, just hearing the Doom community constantly yell and scream at them, telling them that their music sucks and that Mick Gordon was so much better and that they never should have gotten the job and that they should have just brought back Mick Gordon. It is so sad to hear, and I don't think there's... I don't even know what to say, dude. And I suppose that's really all I have. I didn't really want to make this video. I just felt it needed to be said. And I still have to edit and upload my entire Dark Ages playthrough, but yeah, I suppose that's all I have for today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.